Hey, fam. What's good? What's good? What's good? Dr. Tad is in the building on today. What's up? What's up? Welcome to Tuesdays with Tawana. Yeah, you know how we do. You know how we get down on today, 2 o'clock every Tuesday. I am your host and your curator for this moment, building community one episode at a time. Welcome to season 3, episode 106. Y'all been rolling with me for 105 episodes thus far, and hopefully you'll join me for the 106th episode. I am so grateful to be here, grateful to be in this moment. Just grateful for life, grateful for you, grateful for your presence. Just absolutely grateful. I do need to edit something very quickly. Uh, so that I can see your comments. There we go. All right. What's good, Tammy? Good to see you as always. If you are joining us for the first time, just pop your comments, your thoughts, your questions, your feelings in the chat, and I will be so happy to insert them into this narrative because this moment is not just about me talking for the next 30 minutes. It is about building community. And in order to do so, I need your voice. I need your presence. I need your essence and your energy in order for us to build community. Gone are the days where we have the nerve to think that one person can build community, can make change, can shift. We can shift the atmosphere individually as a part of collective. Y'all know we get down with Ubuntu. I am because you are. So I am these things. I am powerful and divine and beautiful and loving and graceful and merciful and compassionate. Yet none of those things mean anything without you. None of those things mean anything. I can't do those things in isolation. I need to do it in community. We need to exchange all of the attributes that I just mentioned in order for us to build beloved community. So, with that, today we're I'm gonna do my best to get through today as best I can because this topic was inspired by my beautiful daughter Daryl and Kaisha, and also inspired by the Reverend Dr. Melva Sampson. I experience the Pink Robe Chronicles every Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it is truly life giving, life changing. It's transforming. It's just absolutely beautiful. So, both of these beautiful beloveds inspired me to talk about the topic See Me. See Me. Quick shout out, we always do the PSAs at the beginning. Tammy says, yeah, my daughter is such a beautiful soul. She is brilliant. She is amazing. I don't just say that because I'm her mom and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm going to take some credit for it. But she is absolutely amazing. But, and, um, she's just my inspiration. I tell this story all the time about I would not be here today if it were not for my daughter on so many levels. Just the mere fact that she was born saved my life. Out there making crazy decisions and choices in my Jill Scott voice. So let's get to these PSAs so we can get started. So would love to have you comment. So not only that I know you're here, I also know, can see what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Am I, are you getting it? Are we in dialogue together? Do I need to back it up, rewind, whatever? Just holla at your girl in the chat. So, of course, today, we're in the midst of Black History Month, and I'm Black all day, every day, 365 days a year, 24 by 7. Um, yeah. And this is a time to really magnify our impact, in and on this country. And this country would not be here without us, with all of our creativity and our brilliance and our resilience and our power. And so we honor those that have gone before us and paved the way for us to do the amazing things that we are doing today. Shout out to Hoop Mob, of course, because my earrings are from Hoop Mob. The little rose that you see on my earring, of course, representing my sister, Tina, the late Tina Rose Davis, along with this ring. And I'm a hoop earrings type of girl. That's just the Harlem in me. Harlem represents. That's what I do. Oh, this makes me smile. Hello, beloved. Tony is in the building. She had her alarm set. She just woke up from a nap. Good to see you in the building. That means that you are well enough to be here. Please send your loving and healing energy to Tony, as she is always present and always praying for others. Now it's time for us to give back in return and just show her some deep love and just send her some healing energy, because she's another amazing badass who I am proud to call her my little big sister, because she another one that is just so inspirational and so helpful and so loving and compassionate. And real talk, her and Darylyn, they got to be related by blood, because both of them speak truth to power and they make no qualms about it. They show up unapologetically as Black women. And I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, oh, you in Mama Love's bed. That's the best place to be. Beloved, that is the best place to be. But yes, let's talk soon. Let's talk soon. I want my sister to rest. So when you are up to chatting, just let me know. So a few other PSAs before we get started. Don't forget to go on to thedrtad.com, sign up so that when newsletters and information and things are going on in the world that community needs to know about, Dr. Tad will be an amazing resource for you. Please don't forget to go on to thedrtad.com. My website, I want you to be a part of it. I want to build community that way as well, where we will be posting these podcasts. Well, this is a vodcast, but after this, we transfer it into a vodcast. So, of course, sign up and also sign up to soulsisters.org. This Tuesdays with Tawana is a Dr. Tad Enterprise promotion event, educational forum. All of the views are my views, the Dr. Tad, and I am the executive director of Soul to Soul Sisters. So I must make that disclaimer. Although many, if not all, of the things that I say is in alignment with all of the badass Black beloveds that I get to serve with every day. I have an amazing team. I love them dearly. They love me. They care for me. They look out for me. So those that are concerned that I am back to work as a metastatic breast cancer thriver, don't you worry. I have an amazing village that's on point. So let's get busy. Let's chop it up a bit. So one of the things, hey Jules, good to see you. I am well. Good afternoon, Reverend. Good to see you. And thank you so much for the congratulations. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be able not only to serve in community again, in leadership, but also to go back to the place where it all started. I co founded Soul to Soul Sisters in 2015, and I have a beautiful staff and an amazing board, and I couldn't ask for a better place to be. So, this topic, I had to do some centering and some meditation and some breath work to really talk about this, because the affirmation or the demand or the imperative, see me as a black woman, can be very trying and very challenging. See me in spaces and places where we are often silenced, ignored, invisible, marginalized, disrespected, dehumanized. And yet there is a demand for you to see me as a human being, to see me as a beloved, to see me as a part of beloved community. Because in order for us to build community, we must see one another in all that we bring into a space. Right? We are called to honor that, not to change it. We are there to meet people where they are, and we grow and build and journey together. So seeing me is seeing who I am and how I show up and how I choose to show up in this world. Another piece to that, which is the challenge for me, is when I look in the mirror, do I truly see myself? Do I truly see all of the things that make Tawana Tawana? Do I see all of the imperfections, the joy, the sorrow, the hurt, the healing, the ups, the downs? Do I see all of that, and can I still see this beautiful human being before me? Can I acknowledge areas that I need to put in some work in order for me to grow and to be a better person according to my spiritual divine definition of who I am, and not what the world tries to put on me, like a strong black woman trope, or sexualizing me, or being fearful of me because of the color of my skin. Those things are outside things that do not define me and should not define how I show up in this world. So I should not allow those things, those adverse thoughts and feelings and words and expressions, define who I am and how I show up in the world. Nor should it be that I become a people pleaser and I am trying to ascribe to those definitions and the views of me and trying to please someone else so that they can affirm me, they can like me, they can lift me up, they can encourage me. I should not define who I am based on other people's assumptions, thoughts, and judgments of me. Y'all feel me? Tammy says, don't we have to see ourselves before we expect others to see us? Very good question. And my quick answer is no, because people are going to see us or not see us. That is not contingent upon how I see myself and how I show up in the world. What I do hear you saying, though, is we can't give what we don't have. So, in order for me to be seen, I cannot hide behind a wall, or I can't hide behind or be silent or minimize myself or diminish myself and then expect someone else to see me. You feel me? You got me? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I figured that's what you were thinking. And I wanted to address, because what you, if you look at it another way, it can be seen in that diverse way, right? That divergent way. Because some people do rely on others to see them in order to define who we are. Yeah. And this is coming from a recovering people pleaser, where I would put everybody else's stuff before my own. And my diagnosis taught me that ain't working. That's not how we rock. That's not how we do things. That's not what you were taught. That's not what your ancestors have exemplified. That's not what your ancestors are telling you and saying to you and speaking to you and pushing you forward and covering you and surrounding you. So I need to I have an opportunity, and let me be careful with my words, because we don't have to do, we don't need to. It would offer us an amazing opportunity for us to learn who we are and how we have become who we are, and then how we show up in this world. What are our gifts? What are our talents? What are we called to do? How do we love ourselves so that we can attract that same type of love, that deep love, that agape love, that love that I have for myself? How can I then attract that from others? Because it starts with me. If I don't love myself, then how can I expect others to love me? Others may love me, and they may love me with unconditional positive regard, but do I love me? And do I need to, is the love for myself contingent upon how other people love me and see me? Shame often causes us to shy away or to back up or to put up that wall. The same with guilt, right? Regret. You know, I say this often, I don't live with regret, because as a person of faith, I truly believe that whatever decisions that I have made that was sideways, that was shitty, that was crazy, that God is a God of restoration. God is a God of change. God is a God of healing. God is a God of forward movement, of growth, of new beginnings. And I just need to, I have an opportunity to receive that and to honor all of the things that have made me who I am today. Because if I did not experience those things and take away from it the lessons or the opportunity of growth, then I may not be here today. Like, I could wallow in the fact that I am diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. And sometimes I do get frustrated when I have another doctor's appointment, or there's another challenge happening, or there's something else that they need to do some tests and blah, blah, blah. And I get tired. I get frustrated. It's a feeling, as long as I don't stay there. Because when I see me, and I see and acknowledge all the feels, right? Then I am able to reconcile all of those feelings into a space and a place that causes transformation and restoration and healing and love for myself, having unconditional positive regard for myself. Even when I look in the mirror and I may not necessarily rejoice in what I see, because I may not be happy with a choice that I made, or I may not be happy with the scars that I live with. Sometimes our wounds are so deep we don't even realize them. We can't even see them. They're so hidden, and we don't realize how they're manifesting in our world and causing us to have this false sense of love about ourselves that is contingent upon what other people are doing or saying or being, because comparison is straight from the pit of hell. Hey, Raynette, is it wrong that for the most part that I don't care what others think? No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. I would never tell you your feelings were wrong or invalid. What I will offer you is, when we are living in community, when we are in community, it is important that we have this exchange, this positive energy, this Ubuntu, I am because you are. So with that, because we are, our spirits and our energy is inextricably bound, then what you think does matter to me if you are speaking life and here to grow and build with me, because we're communal people. So I say that from a communal sense. From an individual place, sometimes I can't be concerned about what other people think about me, because I need to be concerned about what I think about me and who I am and how I show up in the world and how God has called me to show up and what am I called to do. So, Miss Raynette, great question. Great question. Because I can easily say, I don't care what they think, but do I really not care? And then, why don't I care? Are they not a part of my inner loving circle? Maybe not. Maybe that's an answer. Maybe that's why I don't care. Um, do I really care of what Ron DeSantis has to say about me? No, but I do care about how he's harming my community. So I do care about what he thinks, because he's in a position of power. So with so many different nuances and so many different answers to that, which is why it's so important for us to sit in the moment and look in that mirror, actual or proverbial, and say, do I love what I see? Why do I love what I see? Name what I love, and name those things that I don't particularly care for, so that I can work through them and become I hate using the word better person, or the phrase better person, because so somebody in the comment will help me work this through, this language, right? Language is important. So when I say better, meaning closer to my divine essence, which is good, which is beautiful, which is compassionate, which is loving, and the list goes on and on of these beautiful attributes. So what's bringing me closer to those beautiful attributes? Raynette says, agreed and understood. Thank you. Oh, bless you. I'm grateful for the question. So my struggle with seeing me is, being able to love myself even in the midst of those spaces and places that I don't necessarily care for. The way, I was raised, or the heinous things that happened to me as I was growing up. Those things are still a part of me, but they don't define me. There's a difference. If I let it define me, then my actions are only going to be a result of the negative, heinous things that have happened to me. And that's how we repeat these cycles, because we don't deal with what has happened. We don't deal with the hurt. We don't hold people accountable. We just kind of let it go thinking that it's going to go away. But I had to put in the work. Hours of therapy and prayer and studying and reading and making sure that my circle, my village is tight. Um I don't have time for negativity and toxicity. There is just no room for that. So seeing me, I it starts with me, and this is also inspired. I don't have the book in front of me, but the Jay Shetty's new book, um, he and I wish I had the book in front of me. Maybe we'll do an episode on Jay Shetty's book, but it's about myself, and I'm paraphrasing. It's about myself. It's about others, and then about community. So there is this synergy, this streamlining of these relationships that intertwine, right? And it starts with me. So when I see me, I need to see the divine in me so that I may recognize and see the divine in you. I must love me so that I create space for me to then love you and to teach you or exemplify how to love me, how I need to be loved, how I want to be loved. And then in turn, you can then love yourself and then show me how you are to be loved. And this is not just in, intimate committed relationships, sexual relationships. This is relationships with your children, with your family, with your coworkers, with community activists, with it can run the whole spectrum. Dr. Dorsey is in the building, and I love you too, Dr. Dorsey. I learned so much from you. I must love me to create space for me to love you. I show you how to love me by loving me in front of you. Yes. Thank you for commenting and writing that down, because I never remember what I said and how I said it, because this is not scripted. This is divine, and your presence makes these episodes what they are. And this thing about love and loving self and seeing self, it sucks when you're not seen. It sucks. It hurts. It's disappointing. It may cause one to start questioning, well, what am I doing? Am I supposed to be doing something different? Am I expecting too much? But I'll close with this. I know what I know. I know what I want. I know me. I know my flaws. Do I still have work to do? Absolutely. And do I have some enhancements to do? Absolutely. And are there some things that are just divine and a blessing to me, to family and community and beyond? Absolutely. Am I a beautiful Black woman? Absolutely. Am I a human being when the world is trying to dehumanize me? Absolutely. When I talk about see me, I am talking to me, to see me and to honor me and to acknowledge me and to love me with unconditional positive regard. Because if I can't do that, then I don't create space for that to happen to me and for me. And so the same thing with you. I encourage you to love yourself beyond measure, beyond what the world is trying to tell you, and honor those who are around you to show love. See what they are doing, hear what they are saying, feel their energy, taste the joy that is being exuded from their essence. Be in relationship with folk that is unconditional. And once it becomes conditional, or once someone is an ass, or once someone brings toxicity, or once someone brings negativity in your life, or once someone just doesn't listen to you, you don't have to put up with that. Full stop. unseen, a quiet tragedy, Dr. Dorsey says. He also says, thank you for letting us see you. It's a vulnerability that I struggle with because at times I'm very private and I'll put up a wall in a minute. And then there are other times in community where I'm an open book. Um, I'll find the equilibrium somewhere because there are times when I do need to speak out when I don't, or when I need to talk about what I am going through so that not only for my own self aggrandizement, but because I want it to be a blessing to someone else. When I talk about domestic violence or when I talk about breast cancer and I talk about all those things that adversely impact me, what did I do to do the work to make sure I'm healed and whole? What so my dear friend Dr. Nakia Roberts said, when I write the book, I have the recipe for what it is to live with metastatic breast cancer and to redefine what it is, because she said her idea of metastatic breast cancer was totally different from what I'm experiencing. That's love, that's honor, that's acknowledgement. She saw me. And then it caused me to see me and to realize what I am doing, why I am doing it, how I am doing it, and then focusing on the moment. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but right now, you have an opportunity to see one another in love and honor, acknowledgement, respect, beauty, authenticity, and divinity. I see you. I see each and every one of you. I see you. I feel you. I hear you. And I can only do that because I offer that to myself. Beloveds, this is Tuesdays with Tawana, with Dr. Tad. Every Tuesday, 2 o'clock, you can meet me right here. You can catch the recording later. You can catch it on any podcast platform, Apple, Anchor, and Spotify, whenever I post it. I'm usually not good with posting on time. Got to work on that. Something I have to work on. So I am so grateful for your presence, and know that I see you and I love you, and I am sending you so much love and light. Thank you for continuing to rock with me. 106 episodes down, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Thank you for building community one episode at a time. Peace.